I was born in Los Angeles, California, and then about 3 years later, we moved to Washington, D.C. when my father was asked to be an Assistant Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare. He was there during the Nixon administration, 1971 through 73. We moved to Ogden, Utah in 1978 when my father was selected to be president of Weber State College. In 1989, I married Victoria Stewart. We now reside in Seattle, Washington since 1990. We have 2 children, Blythe. She lives in Atlanta right now with her husband. She also attended Weber State University, and our son is a proud mechanical engineering graduate from Weber State University. Professionally, I started with the public accounting firm of Price Waterhouse and then moved on to BDO Seidman in 1991. I ended up working with them full-time until 2001, and I've been consulting ever since with microfinance programs. It was interesting moving to Ogden, Utah. We saw mountains that we didn't see in Los Angeles. We saw a little bit cleaner air that we had in Los Angeles, where there was a big smog problem. Before we got to Weber State, though, we were cautioned that we needed to be on our best behavior all the time. The previous president's children ended up, unfortunately, burning down the college-owned house where the president's family lived. Being one of the sons of the president of the university had its perks. We were able to go into sometimes concerts at the D Event Center with my father. He was able to sneak us in from time to time, but in the moment, he kept us insulated from a lot of the problems and a lot of the decisions and a lot of the things that he ended up doing as president of the university, except for mentioning that he needed to go talk to the legislature over and over again about funding for the university. My mother always found some kind of a cause to champion, and mostly it had to deal with academics. Both of my parents were really excited about education and encouraged us from a very early age to pursue academics. Even if we got 1 A-, my father would say, "What could you do better to move this up to an A?" My father, being president at Weber State, took a lot of his time, and a lot of my mother's time, quite frankly, as well. But my father always found time to help me with projects that I had going on, whether it was launching model rockets on a Saturday morning on one of the fields or running races at Weber State. My parents wanted to continue my father's legacy of making Weber State an academic and teaching university. In 1986, they established a foundation. The major purpose of that foundation was to fund the Brady Presidential Distinguished Professor Award. The Brady Presidential Distinguished Professor Award is an award given to professors at Weber State who exhibit great teaching ability. One of the professors who received the Brady Presidential Distinguished Professor Award mentioned in his acceptance speech that it was this award that attracted him to Weber State. Through frugal living and wise investing, my parents had the resources to establish the Brady Foundation in 1989. The purpose of the foundation is to give back to various arts organizations and educational organizations in Utah, along with a lot of humanitarian services as well. My parents established a fantastic legacy for me and my brothers. When I return to Salt Lake and meet with people, I tell them my name is Howard Brady, and I'm often greeted with, "Oh, you mean President Brady? Are you related to President Brady?" And I need to nod my head and say, yes, he's my father. I have really fond memories of Weber State, and I enjoy, whenever I'm back in town, just driving around the campus and around the area and reminiscing about how Weber State was a formative part of my life. Whenever I hear mention of Weber State, whether it's through a sporting event or in other contexts, I have fond memories that trigger me back to 1978 when we pulled into Ogden, Utah. And those memories have stayed with me over the last 50 years.